Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, we are going to be addressing an elephant in the room. Now, there are lots of people, and this isn't new news, it's just news that's kind of resurged, sort of preaching that Bitcoin is about to sell off significantly due to the fact that Grayscale, their GBTC product is about to get unlocking around about 16,000 Bitcoin that could indeed be sold. We're going to cover it in this video. We're going to be telling you, are you or shouldn't you be worried? We're going to be covering a lot of things in this video. We're really going to be undressing this and kind of rationalizing it, if you will. And, you know, really putting things into perspective, because I think there are a lot of people that are very worried. I'll tell you my opinion straight off the bat. I am not worried. I have enough faith in the cryptocurrency market and the cryptocurrencies involved in it to suggest that we are going to continue on in this bull run. I largely think this is the bottom for Bitcoin before we start that fifth wave. We'll quickly leave the Elliott wave theory on the chart because this is going to help to perhaps answer should you or shouldn't you be worried. So we think we're going for our fourth wave before we then enter our fifth wave, which we think could take us up towards $160,000 per Bitcoin. Yes, that is right. I said $160,000 per Bitcoin. So in regards to this kind of news that everyone's scared about, is Bitcoin in danger of losing 30K with Grayscale's big GBTC unlock in 2 weeks? Now, let me quickly explain to you guys what Grayscale's GBTC is. Grayscale are the largest digital asset fund out there, essentially. This is a quick kind of overview of their holdings. And essentially what's going to happen is when you buy GBTC, there is a lock-in period before you can sell that. Around about 6 months. I'm not sure if they do smaller contracts. And essentially there is a large number of GBTC that is about to get unlocked in July. It's at various times in July, although the most significant being, I think, if I can find the article, the 17th of July. I'll bring it up in a second once I've kind of explained what GBTC is. So in order for Grayscale to offer GBTC, they have to own BTC. Now, the reason a lot of people like GBTC is because it's more of a kind of traditional way of getting into crypto. It's getting exposure to crypto without actually being exposed to the underlying cryptocurrencies. You know, whether you don't want to custody it or for insurance reasons, whatever it may be, it can be quite a popular way to buy and get exposure for the traditional kind of financial world to cryptocurrency. So what's essentially taking place is there is around about 16,000 Bitcoin getting unlocked. I'll read this article to you, and then I'll kind of give you my take. So Grayscale will unlock 16,000 Bitcoin in July. On 17th of July, Grayscale will unlock 16,240 Bitcoin in one go. In fact, the fund occasionally unlocks some of its Bitcoin it holds, and is possible to know in advance when these unlocks will occur. According to data reported by Bybit.com, the biggest release expected is coming in the coming months. Is coming this coming month on the 17th of July. After which, the flow of Bitcoin unlocked by the fund will be exhausted, as we know. In fact, a total of 34,630 BTC will be unlocked in 4 days between the 19th of July. The 19th of June, and the 22nd of June. So let this sink in. There has already been 34,000, so nearly double what's getting unlocked. Double plus 2,000 BTC unlocked. So it will already be possible to get a clear idea in the short term of what a release of such proportion could mean for the Bitcoin market. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up, guys, is because we have said that we actually think that this is probably your local bottom here before you enter your fifth wave. Could definitely the possibility to go lower. I don't see it. I think the market has largely been exhausted. Now, what they're saying here is on the 17th, they would have exhausted that kind of sell pressure. This could be the very catalyst that is going to allow Bitcoin to continue on in that fifth wave. And ultimately, guys, to put things in perspective in regards to the 16,000, let's just read here. For example, at the current price, 34,630 BTC is equivalent to almost 1.4 billion, while the 16,000 BTC that will be unlocked in a single day on the 17th of July is the equivalent to 65 million. May I remind people that Michael Saylor literally bought, and this is just one fund, or one company adding $489 million dollars worth of Bitcoin literally like 15 days ago. So I don't think people really need to worry about this. And I've seen a lot of people, I've also seen a lot of YouTubers. This guy here who's very good at what he does. Looks like I was not clear, so let's try it again. GBTC discount will increase to 25%. Funds that will want to capture the arbitrage, ARB, will short BTC and buy GBTC at a high discount. Because 20 billion comes unlocked, it is a bigger event. I expect at least 5 billion people to take the trade. So he's essentially showing you that, you know, he thinks he's going to sell off for this reason. Sell-off is absolutely possible, guys, but you are still in this fourth wave. For this Elliott wave theory to get invalidated, this fourth wave needs to go below your one wave. You're nowhere near it. There is plenty of room for you to continue on down to still suggest that we're going up once we've gone down, if that makes sense. And ultimately, the point that I'm trying to make here, and I do genuinely think, guys, I think there's a number of indicators that are showing it that this may be the bottom, or if not the bottom, very, very close to it. Like, look at the RSI. And people say, oh, well, it's not come down to how we ended our first wave, but it doesn't need to. If you look at the last cycle, it moved up. The bottoms kind of got higher and higher along with the price. So I'm still very, very bullish. I just thought this was something to cover because I'm noticing there is a lot of people out there that are worried about this. This is normal, guys. And like I say, there's already been 34,000 Bitcoin unlocked, and they weren't all sold. You got to remember, out of that 16,000 Bitcoin, how many people do you think are going to want to sell? And bear in mind, if it was 6 months ago, your Bitcoin price was still round about that 45 to sort of where are we at here? So at the start of January, the price of Bitcoin was round about where are we? Around about 36, anywhere from 35,000 all the way up to 45,000. So they're not really selling at a huge profit here. In fact, some of them will possibly that bought be selling at a loss. So I don't actually think that a large number of that 16,000 are going to get sold. Will Grayscale actually sell that Bitcoin, or will they just keep it in the fund ready for it to get bought back up? You got to remember, it could get bought back up as well. So many ifs, buts, whats. I don't think you really need to worry about this. I think because a lot of people have kind of said, oh, look, we're going lower than this, we're going to go to that 20k range even, which I don't think we're going to get to. They kind of are looking for perhaps reasons why they think it's going to go that low. I just don't think this is it. We've seen so much come for Bitcoin. I mean, we saw China ban it again and the kind of mass exodus of miners and them having to sell a lot of it. We've seen so much take place. We saw 772,000 longs get liquidated, which was a huge sell pressure on the market, and we're still where we are. I think if we overlay a fib very quickly, and I haven't got my fib set up here, so I'll just overlay a kind of normal fib. You can see the channel that we're in, and we're just waiting to break out of it and start that sort of fifth and final wave. Isn't it funny that fibs kind of come, they're almost like a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy because everyone trades them, but isn't it funny how we topped out right at this level here? We're now in this sort of channel here. Some people are calling the big head and shoulders. You guys know I don't subscribe to that. I don't think this is a head and shoulders or a reverse cup and handle. I could be wrong. You just remember, guys, I absolutely could be wrong. But we're sticking to our bias. And one thing that I like to do is take a look at all sides of the coin. There's only two, all sides of an argument, I guess, and kind of weigh it up. And I think you really don't have much to worry about, guys. I think that you are going to recover for Bitcoin, and like I say, we're going to start that fifth and perhaps final wave of this bull run. So just, lots of people will try and scare you. Just remember that volatility is just noise. I mean, the macro trend for Bitcoin and the overall crypto space, it would have been better to kind of show you perhaps a graph of the overall crypto space is just up, guys. It's just a macro bull, really, to be honest with you. And that's the same with any emerging technology. There's going to be a lot of volatility. We spent a lot of time looking at stocks that came out of the dot-com boom and the internet, really, and comparing them with cryptos that came out of the kind of blockchain era, if you will. And there's a lot of similarities there, and volatility is absolutely one. So that is really all I have for you guys. I just thought it was very interesting. something that I really want to address because I think a lot of people are very worried. This guy's actually, he's very good and he's been right largely on the majority of what he said. And he's also very bullish on Bitcoin, by the way, guys. He's essentially just saying here that he thinks, you know, there's a potential for us to go down to perhaps 29k again, and this could be the very catalyst that could allow Bitcoin to kind of explode. One thing you do need to watch is just how low the volume is at the moment. If there was a severe sell pressure, that would be bad news because the volume's just doing nothing. Same with it, but it works on both sides. If you've got a lot of buy pressure, you'd go quite far. Volume's really low at the moment. That's another reason we actually think that, you know, Bitcoin is close to bottoming, because when you get that low vol, it kind of signals that you're bottoming for Bitcoin and waiting for the volume to pick up. So that is really all I have for you guys. I just thought this was an interesting topic to cover. For those of you who don't really know what GBTC is, well worth having a look. And Grayscale, I think, are a lot more significant in this space than I think people give them credit for. They really are. I mean, they've got $22.9 billion worth of Bitcoin. I think they're the largest Bitcoin fund out there. I mean, Michael Saylor's trying to get there. But whilst these guys are perhaps selling their GBTC and thus their BTC, people like Michael are just buying it up with diamond hands. So I really wouldn't worry, guys. I think we're still on track. We'll see. I mean, you know, the 17th is 12 days away. So we'll see what transpires. But just remember, like this article says, a total of 34,000 Bitcoin will be unlocked in 4 days between the 19th of June and the 22nd. That's already happened. What did the price do? Probably not best to show you on a weekly time frame. Pretty much nothing, guys. In fact, it literally did nothing. In fact, no, that's a lie, actually. Let's take a look here. What were the dates again? Just for argument's sake, the 18th. Where are we? And the 22nd. And at the end of that, it kind of uptook. So you did sell off Bitcoin, but I mean marginally in an already downtrending market. I mean, it was just a bit of sell pressure, I guess. I suppose. Yeah, if you count the wick, if you count the candles, yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. But ultimately, we've had a bigger sell off than this. We're still where we are. We'll see what happens, guys. That's all I have for you in this video. Like I say, not too much to worry there, in my opinion. But hey ho, it's just my opinion for what it's worth. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next YouTube video. If you enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.